back, huh? Well, I just clicked live, so I hope we're back. Let me just do a mic test. Don't want to make that mistake. All right, what's good, Ube family? We're back, huh? We're back again, playing Magic the Gathering Arena. And this daily quest is right up my alley. It actually makes me feel so good that I made quite a janky thumbnail for this video, slash live, I should say. A janky thumbnail for this live, but it feels kind of trendy, you know what I'm saying? Jank is kind of trendy. And we're going to continue playing Jump In, and we're going to manifest some happiness, shall we? Or at least that's the plan today. I want to continue playing this manifestation deck. I'm starting the stream, I feel a lot better than yesterday. Feel a whole lot less frazzled. So hopefully not making nearly as many mistakes as yesterday. And maybe you can stream for a little bit longer too. This hand could not be any better if I asked nicely. Like, this is insane how good this hand is. And as long as I'm not playing against one of those jump-in decks that just kill me for no reason, it just got better. It's literally not possible to start the game in any better way. Like, this stream is destined for greatness, I would have to imagine, just from seeing this hand. This hand's nuts. Okay, it got a little worse. I'm not gonna lie. Add white, black, green, activate only once each turn. Okay, I'm fine with that. Resolve, pass. I'm holding this up as if I have something other than this to do. Maybe this guy's a noob, just like me. Maybe he's frightened. He should be frightened because I'm about to put the pause on him, literally put the pause on him by doing Paranormal Analyst. If you don't know what Paranormal Analyst does, it makes it so when I manifest Dread, I get more value than just the manifestation. Guess what this does? It does the same thing, just in a different way. Cryptid Inspector. So turn 3, this is coming out. And then turn 4, I'm manifesting Dread already. Another enchantment or creature if you do. Okay, perfect. He's not targeting me. My plan is going off without a hitch. That means also I can play my tap lands and not feel too bad about it. Let's play another green because most of my cards are green indeed. He's going to take 1 damage to the face. There's no way he's not. This deck don't got it like that. He has literally no chance. He doesn't realize he has no chance at the moment. But it's going to set in when I play my next card. This is literally in the thumbnail. Oh my gosh. This stream is going off so beautifully right now. I can't believe it. So, my goals for the stream are this. Get better at the combat phase. And the improvement shouldn't be too hard when you compare it to yesterday. Because yesterday was just a piss poor example of the combat phase. The second thing is, I don't want to play many creatures before combat. However, I am going to do so. But manifesting a creature, does that count? Doesn't feel like it's the same thing, so I'm going to do it right now. A forest seems like the better one to manifest for no reason other than it is what it is. And I can attack him for 4 in the freaking face, man. Now, if this guy's a gentleman, which he might be, his name is Wisecracker83. This guy seems to be the type of person to not take life too seriously. And maybe I should read this card. This card is disgusting to look at, so I'm just going to put that away. That actually was gross. Enchanted player can't gain life. Whenever enchanted player is dealt damage, they lose half their life. That's crazy. That reminds me of one of my least favorite cards in the game. Now, I have 2, 4, 5. I don't have enough to manifest things yet again. That's sad. So what I'm actually going to do, I can't even do that. That's a shame, isn't it? That's a crying shame, isn't it? I'll just punch him in the face. Then, this will come in untapped because I'm that good of a player apparently, and I might as well, maybe do this. Yeah, let's do this. Because next turn I'll be able to pay for this. 2, 4, 5, 6. Next turn I'll play for this. Manifest some more things. Manifest my own happiness. Then he'll probably actually it's just game. There's no way he's gonna pop off this turn, but if he does, I'll be ready for him because I'm going to unlock the room, the weight room, in fact. I'm going to get swole. I'm going to use that swollen muscle to punch him in the math. To punch him right in the math. He's back at 10. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I got to block. Okay, it's not, doesn't look hasty. Doesn't look hasty, but if I lose life, I'm going to lose a lot. Jeez Louise. 2 damage equates to freaking 9 life. But he is tapped out. And he is at 10. I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 damage on board. That 8 damage is going to get a lot bigger because this will buff up this card. Okay, he's manifesting stuff. Not good. Not good in the least bit. This is not flashy. So my victory just got a little bit harder, not going to lie. Then put on that creature. Do I manifest in this way? Or manifest a flyer? Jeez. This will take up all my mana. So I might as well do the Cursed Windbreaker first. I think the Cursed Windbreaker is the right thing to do. A creature is being manifested. Too bad it's not hasty, but it does go into my hand. He can block with 2 things now. I could turn this face up on the same turn, draw a card because of it, but then I won't be able to do this. I could tap something down permanently. Semi-permanently. How much damage is that now? 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. I don't know what the correct move here is. However, I'm leaning more towards this move right here. Because if he does, he can only block this. He's not going to kill anything else. And he's not going to play anything hasty. But if he does, I'll freaking die. But that is Vigilant now I'm thinking about it. Okay, all attacks. All attacks. He's going to take a lot of damage here. He may even choose to trade. If he trades, I'll be okay with that. I think I'm thinking through this combat phase better than normal. So maybe that shows a little bit of improvement. Okay, he's choosing not to trade. He's at 2 life now. I have 2 blockers available to me. This is going okay. However, I'm very scared because of this card. If he didn't have this card on the field, I wouldn't be scared at all in the slightest. However, he does, so I am. I am. However, he's not insta-playing. If he was insta-playing, I would definitely be nervous, but this is telling me that he doesn't know quite what to do. Or maybe he's reveling in the fact that he has just the right card to take me out. Okay. I think I mentioned it already, but one of my goals is funny. Is to drink this water bottle and then drink a whole nother water bottle. And I'm about a quarter of the way through this. So while I'm waiting for this guy, Wisecracker83, take a whole big swig there. Okay. This is taking so long, I am almost to the point where he may be just like stalling out of frustration. He didn't seem like that type of fellow to me. And usually when people reference gloves, it's like the gloves are coming off. However, the gloves are coming on because I am a little cold. It's getting a little chilly out here, not gonna lie. Okay, well, I can't block with this creature. It does pretty much guarantee the amount of damage I need next turn. But I do have this flyer. I can equip it. Okay, I'm going to sacrifice this one. Least amount of value, I think. In this case. However, I did have Arcane Epiphany in my hand, which allows me to draw cards. So maybe actually... Big Sean H! Welcome, Big Sean H. Also, I am a noob. But hopefully you don't mind watching a noob. Try to get better at this beautiful game. Target opponent exiles a creature they control and their graveyard. That is very rude. But I'll exile. Does this count? Can I exile this? I can! Even though it was a land. I'm definitely blocking. There's no way. He only has 2 things to tap out. Okay. Perfect case scenario. I'm still blocking. Oh, wait. No, wait. Wait a second. Let me be intelligent for half a second. How does this work? That's enough. I don't have to think about it. 30-year wizard here? God dang, it's a pleasure to have you in my chat, my friend. Hopefully you're a patient 30-year wizard. Since it's not a land while face down, it counts. He's dead. He's big dead. My goodness, 30 years. Isn't that basically the entirety of the game's existence? So from day one, Big Sean has been playing Big Lee. Best hand I could have ever asked for. I had the literal card that I made the thumbnail for in my hand, man. Unbelievable. Anything. Also, David, welcome back, my friend. Anything that happens to it after that doesn't matter. Okay, that is a great piece of knowledge. Happy birthday. Not quite my birthday, but it feels like it with that start of the stream. But Kazarite Soul, thank you so much for being here. Hope you enjoy watching someone try to get better at this beautiful game. Not day one, but when Ice Age came out in 1995, I was like 7. Jeez Louise, that's still a long time. Very patient. I only play Control. Well, you got to be patient if you do that. Kudos to you. It seems maybe that this is a good fit. This is a good stream to find. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. All right, this is another. It's not nearly as good of a hand as the other one. However, I do have this card, which I love these doors. I love any dual cards. Some of my favorite. I just love the design. Kudos to Wizards, you know what I'm saying? Worth a shot. It was worth a shot. If it was my birthday, I would have, instead of this guy being the wizard, Erudite Wizard, you would be the wizard. And it has Ite in the name. How topical is that? Kazarite Soul, Erudite Wizard. Both of you guys are wizards if you got that one right. They don't know it's a land. I got you. Because think about it from your opponent's point of view. I see. That's a good way to think about that, David Howard. Thank you so much for pointing that out to me. This does enter tap, but I don't have a turn 1 play. So it's the perfect time to play it. And I gain 1 life. Pretty much an insurmountable lead at this point. It is 21-20. We'll definitely take this. He has a mate. He has a mate that tells me he is not a noob. And this might be a difficult game to win. But I doubt it because my deck is freaking sick. Melded Moxite. When this artifact enters, you may discard a card. If you do, draw 2 cards. Sacrifice those artifacts. Create a tap 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token. Okay, that's a fair magic card. Do I have a turn 2 play? I do. I had a turn 1 play actually. Now I'm thinking about it. That was kind of silly. I overshot it. All right, I need to lock in to not make any more embarrassing mistakes like that. Since this is the thing that comes in tapped, I'm gonna play it, and I'm gonna surveil too. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 lands. So I don't need another land. A creature would be nice. I think turn 3, I'll play this. Another turn rotation, that will grow. Then I'll attack with it and get a card with Stormfleet Spy. I think that was the right answer there. I will hit next, end turn, hold the Evolving Wilds up as I see a lot of Magic the Gathering players do. I'm just going to mimic what they do. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to mimic it the best I can. And maybe because it will prompt me to be like, hey, do you want to crack this? Do you want to crack this? Do you want to crack this? Maybe that will make him think twice. Even though he can clearly see that I don't have a mana to pay, maybe it will still give the illusion like I can counter some things. See, I'm allowing it to happen. Every time I hit the resolve, I'm allowing it. That means I'm in control here. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, surveil 1. That's a pretty cool looking card, not gonna lie. Surveilling feels pretty good. See, I'm allowing that to happen. Now I'm gonna crack it. And I have a forest, island, so I'll get another forest. Ooh, that's a great card to draw. That actually changes what I think, what I'm gonna do. Well, I have more blue than I have green. Wait a second. Oh, I cracked it. So what I thought was on top of my deck was shuffled. That was silly. Okay, I need to remember that. Surveil, cracking. Okay, that was very stupid. Please, everyone, if anyone's out there, please forget that happened. Draw your second card. Do I get one? Let's spend the mana as efficiently as possible and spend it on Erudite Wizard. Then next turn, it'll be a 3/4. I think that was correct. Then next turn, I may be able to draw something that allows me to play this and draw a card. That would be the most value possible, and that definitely could happen because I don't remember the card I don't remember the name of the card, but it's a 2 mana draw spell, and then it has 3 mana flashback. If I draw that, then I'm just super good at the game, obviously. And that was almost it. I really got my hopes up. How much mana is this? This is 4. I can manifest Dread. Or I can manifest Dread here. But I think we want to be mana efficient. I feel like if I was a good Magic the Gathering player, that would be what I'm aiming to do. Yeah, I'm not going to be drawing my second card anytime soon, it doesn't seem like. So let's manifest Dread. Come on, baby. Give me something good. That is so good. Literally so freaking good. Well, I don't want this to die quite yet. So I'm not going to attack. I could block next turn. And I think that it's thinking about combat a little bit better than normal. I still suck at combat. So that's going to be my main focus of today's stream, is to really think through the combat. Normally, if I can attack, historically, I do attack. And I always live to regret it. So that's all I'm trying to work on, is not doing that. And then maybe just more logical decisions along the way. You know, those two things. That is, what is that? A piece of metal? Melded Moxite. Yeah, it's a piece of metal. All right, he's taking a long time to think. This tells me he either has way too many good options in his hand, or the options are pretty bad. Let's hope for the latter and not the former. Mai's back. Simic Mai, you were joining me at a great time, because again, I'm playing the Simic deck again. Hopefully, even though it's a jump-in deck, it's not too boring for you. Hopefully not. Mobilize 2 and their Death Touchers? That's freaking cracked. That is freaking cracked. No blocks. I'll just take 6. Not the best. I have 4, 5 men available to me. 2 more turns and I'll be able to do this. 3 more turns and I'll be able to draw 3 cards because of it. However, it's not looking too great for me at the moment. Let's do this. Let's turn this face up. And the reason why is because I'm going to manifest Dread again and get more value out of it because of Paranormal Analyst. And it's another creature. Things are really turning up roses for me. And it's a flying creature. I can attack with this, and I could be scared. Man, what would a good combatter do? Would they leave that up? Would they leave both of those up? I'm leaning towards more yes, because like he could definitely double block either one of these and it will die. And I honestly don't want that to happen. However, he's going to shoot a ball. Shoot a ball. Okay. I'm just going to pretend I'm good at the game. I'm going to say no attacks. That makes me feel a little bit more sophisticated at the very least. You know, spectacle wearing, non-fisticuff having son of a gun. It's just not me though. I just want to swing in. Play fast and loose. That took a lot of restraint. So much restraint that the water is not as quenching as it once was. However, he has 3 cards. I have a lot of cards. 5 cards, in fact. He has 4 cards. I have 3 cards. He has 1 enchantment. I have 1. So in terms of card advantage, I'm still looking all right. That is 6, 7, 8 damage. I will go to a measly 7. I could block this. Oh, it has a death touch. It is a freaking death-touching monstrosity, that thing is. So I'm not going to block once again, and I'm hoping... All right, here's my plan. I have 6 mana available to me next turn. This is 5. When this creature dies, manifest Dread. I can do it, block this thing next turn. It will die. I will manifest Dread. So even though it's a trade, I'll come up little roses at the end of that. I broke my glasses yesterday. It broke in the middle. Now I'm using masking tape to hold them together and tape them aside from my head so they don't fall off. Getting them fixed Friday. Well, you can just tell people that you were cosplaying as Urkel and it wasn't a mistake. You meant to do it. All right, this game is definitely getting away from me here. The card advantage I once spoke of is no longer. Balgavoth changes things. It changes things big time. Bigly. Kind of. I can manifest Dread 2 times. Ooh, brother. I can manifest Dread 2 times. And I would just have to start blocking. Oofta, oofta, oofta. Okay, let's start with the land. I think that's correct. Because I have 2, 4, 5, 6. I can't play. If I had 7, I would do these 2 cards. But I don't. I think this is correct. X is equal to 2. Auto pay. Kind of sucks, but it is a creature. It is a creature. This is not a creature. They are 4/4s. They do go into my hand bones. They do indeed. At this point, I literally can't attack, so I'm not even attacking one time this game. Briny Sprout Farm is really putting the paws on me right now. But if I can hold off one more turn, maybe I have a chance. Maybe. I don't know, though. It doesn't feel great. It definitely doesn't feel great. He's still at 2 cards, though. Maybe those are lands. Maybe those are lands. Big Sean, don't forget flying. Don't forget flying. Yeah, I could have. I have, wait a second. Let me think. So I could flip this up, and it actually will get bigger as time goes on. He has none. And also, Big Sean, I forgot to mention this earlier, but you're on the vertical stream. I'm also, if you want more gameplay, less of my ugly mug, I'm also streaming horizontally on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Okay, what is the shenanigans going on right now? He's attacking with both of these things, obviously dispensable to him. Man, he has all his mana up. All of his mana up. What is this again? It's a bird, right? Yeah, it's a bird. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. And this guy is me, I think. Is that I just can't go any lower. I have to. If these things survive, so be it. Okay, at least I'm getting rid of 2 problems. So now it's 4 against 3. Potentially, he still has men to pay. And he didn't play these things before combat, which tells me he is a better player than me, because I often make that mistake. Okay. It resulted in the same. It results in the same. Even just pushing 2 flying damage. Valixion! Hello, what format is this? It's the jump-in format on Magic the Gathering Arena. I'm assuming that is just standard. So maybe the answer is standard, but specifically, it's jump-in. This is my jump-in pile of cards where I manifest Dread, which I love to do, and I also have like a draw package with things like Mischievous Mystic and this bird that I have face down, and I have this monstrosity that I never really get to play because it's just expensive as all get out. But I'm still in a very bad way here. Still in a very bad way. Okay. This would take up all my gosh darn manas. Oh, brother. And this is a 6/6 now? Well, 5/7. I have 3, 5, 7. I have 7 mana to spend. I can do both of these things. So is that the right call? Big Sean says to attack with the 2, but at this point I have to block or else I'll just die. But Big Sean is definitely a better player than me, so maybe I should just attack for it? Attack with it? Oh, man. Okay, I'm definitely playing this. I'm already in too deep. And I would really have loved to have a turn of peace. However, if I can just survive one more turn with his 1 measly card in hand, maybe I can regain some tempo. play this, and I'll really regain tempo. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No attacks. I just can't do it. I already committed to this. Play Arcanus. Yeah, chump block time. Oops, you messed that up. If you played the blue guy first, you would have gotten a 1/1 token for that second spell. Oh, damn. Oh, no, this... Wait. Whenever you draw a card... If you draw your second card. These are draw. Second draw, not spell. Yeah, I was there is a card that does exactly the way you're saying, Big Sean. And I was like, wait a second, did I get confused? But yeah, there is a card in the deck that says second spell. So I was like, oh shite. I didn't want to already be misreading cards while I'm only like 2 seconds into the stream. That would not be a good sign. All of his cards are played. I just need to survive and hope for a big whammo, bambo, cambo coming up next. What does it say again? He's at 6th station. When this spacecraft enters, return target creature or enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield. He has none. So that's just a big whiffa. He's tapping this to do that. Does he not realize? Oh, it's also a creature. A 5/6 flyer to be exact. That's not cool, dude. Not cool at all. But none of his things have trample. It is a life linker here. Having an ability to draw fairies is pretty huge. It's pretty freaking massive, honestly, and I don't really want to chump block with this. Alright, he is definitely swinging all in. He's not. He said no. He's scared of me. I would be too. I would be scared of me too. I really wanted to swing in with this guy. I wanted to swing in with this guy, but I'm going to stop touching it. He is super unsure of himself. Okay. I'm going to block with this. Because the upside on the fairies is bigger than the big upside of this, I think. Especially since he's wider than me. And I did what I wanted. And that was to survive another turn. Ooh. Alright, I could draw cracked here. I definitely could. You'll need to draw something good, like a blue spell that bounces everything. I'm not sure I have something quite that good, but there are cards that are good. Don't get me wrong. One of them already been played. Okay. I mean, that is a good card in normal circumstances. In normal circumstances, that's a great card. Ah. This is 3, isn't it? 6. I have 6, 7, 8. Oh. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 creatures to my 4. This would make it 5. This would also make it 5. This would be a bigger one, but I could draw 3 cards next turn if I survive. I don't think that would allow me to survive, though. That's the biggest thing, is I don't think that would allow me to survive. However, maybe we should just try this. Okay, let me see if I can block the biggest things. The 5 biggest things, which is this, and this. So that's 5, 10. Okay, I lost. Well, I lost. But I had fun along the way. And I think I didn't play combat too terribly this game. I mean, it was bad. Don't get me wrong. It was bad. But not as bad as I normally do play combat. Well, I'll attack with this thing. See if he blocks it and kills it. I'll manifest dread, which I like to do. So that will be my consolation prize. Is maybe I'll manifest dread once more. And he doesn't even allow that to happen. So this guy just hates fun. He hates joy. Well, because I know the ending and he's taking a sweet-ass time, I'm going to concede. Something I normally don't do. I frown upon it. However, he was taking an inordinate amount of time on my turn, so I didn't really want to sit through his turn when I knew the results. I don't like doing it, but that was a fair choice. However, we will get back into the winning column right now. I'm about to draw cracked. Oh my gosh. 2 of my favorite cards in my opening hand. Love to see it. 4 lands. It's kind of slow. Loki probably should maybe put that back. But I do have an answer for a problem. I can manifest dread 3 freaking times, and that's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. So I'm doing it. I'm keeping it. Let's play this and gain a life. Rexalot! Hello, Rexalot. It's been a while. Hopefully you've been well. Hopefully you've been well. Let's do this one. And then surveil. Let's do this one and surveil. Okay, I have a lot of lands, and this is great for when I start manifesting things. It makes me be a little bit slower with my manifesting things, but I don't mind for a card like that. I can play that next turn. Perfect. Sanguine. Siphoner. Okay. That makes the clock a little bit shorter, but I'm fine with that. Playing my favorite card in the deck, even though it's a bit uncanny looking, I don't like looking at it. I just read the name, Cryptid Inspector. Inspector Gadget, and that is its gadgets. It's like a hammer sort of thing. Discards 2 cards, then if you control a rat, how is that fair? Like seriously, how is that fair? That is honestly just beyond stupid. That is crazy stupid. Okay, I want my land because I won't be able to do this, but I'll be able to do that next turn. Let's discard this and this. Yeah, I'm not guaranteed to land, so I suppose I am guaranteed to land with this. Okay, I'm guaranteed to land with this, so I'm gonna do these two. Kind of crazy, not gonna lie. Don't like that. A 1 for 2. I mean, that card, whoever designed that card is an actual moron. Like an absolute brain dead idiot, whoever designed that. However, that was a bit cynical, so I actually regret saying that. It's a life drain deck. It certainly is. Hopefully it doesn't get me, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully I can play quick enough. All right, I think I just gotta put a land into play. However, yeah, I have to put a land into play, and hopefully they don't get me with another crazy discard 2 monstrosity of a card. And I will attack for 2, or maybe to hold that up. I mean, creature attacks each opponent. I'm still losing life, even if it attacks. So who cares? I'm already losing life. Nobody show him Mind Twist. Please don't show me Mind Twist. If it's definitely worse than what I just witnessed from the way you said it, and I don't want to even know of the existence of the card that you're telling me about. God, this card. Oh, I hate this guy. I deal enough with this in Demir. I thought I would be away from that bullshit by playing Jump In. Okay. Well, I'd rather manifest things than Into the Royal. Loses 1 life. It's a lot. Okay. He's running out of these stupid cards. That's the card I was thinking about earlier when I mentioned it. Draw a card, then flashback 3. Now, well. I think because I actually don't want cards in my hand. So maybe I do this right now. I'm going to do it. You only live once. Ooh, that's interesting. Let's do the flyer. Let's manifest the flyer. Then I'll draw a card. Okay, that's a great card to draw because screw this card. I literally have only played that 1 time in 3 days of playing this deck. He can't kill it. And nothing is Death Toucher, so I can attack freely with this card. He is going to go down to a paltry 16. BX, discard X cards at random. It's a really old card. You won't have to see it. Thank God I don't have to see that card. That is stupid. If someone played that, if I ever get into playing in real life Commander, and someone plays that card, I definitely will never be that guy's friend. When this class enters, each opponent discards 2 cards unless they discard a non-land card. See ya. See ya. Alright, but now I have no hand, so nothing scares me. I'm just gonna freaking show and go. Whatever enters my hand, I'm playing without without a second thought. So most of his cards are going to be stupid wastes of space now. Rotten Mouth Viper. He's going to live to regret that. Choose up to one non-land permanent to sacrifice or card to discard. You will lose 4 life if nothing is selected. Okay. What am I willing to get rid of? Whenever you turn a permanent face up, put a +1/+1 counter. I'm going to turn that face up, that's for sure. I will lose 4 life. I want all my cards. Lose 4 life. A land. Love it. Think twice. Draw a card. Another land. I'm totally okay with that. I have 2 mana and isn't... Oh, it's 4. I shouldn't have done that. And now he can block with this. Okay, no attacks. That's unfortunate. I do want to draw the things I got rid of. Into the Royal would have been nice. It would have been nice. Well, we can't have our cake and eat it too. But next turn, I'll have 5 mana to spend on this. I can manifest the card. It will be a +1/+1 on this. It'll be a 4/5. So I'm a little outside the range. There you go. Wait a second. Choose up to 2 non-land permanents to sacrifice and or cards to discard. What is this again? It's a flyer. Okay, that's definitely a problem. That's just extra, isn't it? Wait a second. I don't want to get rid of this. Lose 4 life and this. Doesn't feel great, but I'll do that. This being a... can't kill it. Don't want to lose this card. I'll go down to 6 or I lose a card. Okay, I have to get rid of my flyer. Unfortunately, I didn't want it to come to that. Lose 4 life? Okay. Rakesalot agrees with my decision there. And now because then when this creature enters or attacks, put a blight counter on it. He has 2. Then for each blight counter on it, each opponent loses 4 life unless that player sacrifices a non-land permanent of their choice or discards a card. I won't pay that. I will just do this. Unlock this. And then I'll do this. This will be a 4. Now I can get rid of that card and I can discard 2 things and get rid of this room. That's actually perfect. This is Vigilant. Now it's tapped out. He's going to be losing life and I can block with this. So now he's not going to be... He's definitely going to attack with it. But maybe it will swing in my favor right now. It's a Death Toucher, but it doesn't have haste. Is he going to attack? Probably. He is. Perfect. 1, 2, 3. Lose 0 life. Then kill this thing. And one of them is going to survive. I'm okay with that. I want the Cryptid Inspector to survive, but of course it's not going to. I'm at 8. And I don't have enough for that. But I can flip this. I can't flip this face up. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, it's a flyer. Shoot. That is going to get through. I'm going to have to chump block. Should I have taken the damage last turn? Okay, potentially I should have kept one of the lands. Because then I could have guaranteed this. I would have been able to take 4 damage. I would have been at 4 right now. Okay, so definitely misplay there. Definitely misplay. No attacks. And I'll have to play this card. Unfortunately, this is 6. What does it say again? At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, if that player has 1 or fewer cards in hand, they lose 2 life. Okay, if I take this damage, and I have to block with both of these things. So I'm going to have to lose, and now I just lost. All right, 2 games where I played freaking absolute... I hate black. It continues to be my worst enemy, is black. In Standard, I play a mono-white deck. And I probably don't have to tell you that mono-white does not like mono-black. And it doesn't like Dimir, because all the Dimir cards in Standard format have the stupid Evoker that gets rid of my cards in hand. And Requiting Hex, another card that I hate. The freaking Outlaw card that kills any non-outlaw. Like, what the hell, man? I thought I was going to get away with it when I played Jump In. However, I don't do my best thinking when I'm a little bit tilted. So I'm even killed again. Just like that, I snapped out of it. This is a great hand, even though some of my cards are blue. So maybe I should have mulliganed that. I kind of just saw my favorite card and I got excited that I had it in my hand. That's really what happened. So I need to lock in. Play artifact deck and you're fine. That's true. Maybe I should. However, I don't have the gosh darn resources to craft anything. Another reason why I drew an island. So maybe I'm just the best player in the world. He's playing a card that I play. So it's kind of a mirror match. And I kind of want to wait to play this, then this. And this is a flat. Okay, I'm going to hold up 2 mana. Maybe not the right thing because I just got like beaten because I wasn't fast enough. But it is what it is. Wait till the shuffler starts with you. Oh, here's 3 lands in a row. No, that Millennium Falcon. Thank you for being here. Hopefully you enjoy watching someone struggle to get into the game of Magic. That happens so much to me. Like, whenever I need a creature, I'll just draw a plains. No matter what the situation is, if I need a creature, I won't draw a creature for 7, 8, 9 turns in a row. However, if I need a plains, I will not see a plains for the same amount of time. It is really annoying. The shuffler hates my gosh dang guts. However, I will say, in Jump In, though, it's been much better. Much better since I started playing this Jump In deck. And if I'm getting countered, I'm going to freaking lose it. There's no way. So not only does my standard career go as followed: Requiem Hex, destroy target non-land outlaw, evoke, don't have a hand. Then, when I don't play Dimir, I'm getting spell snared, freaking boomeranged, freaking it'll quench shed. And that's basically what's happening right now. This stream started so well. Lee, am I winning? I'm 1-2 right now, Lee. But thank you for coming back, Lee. Today you found out. Gets countered. Welcome to Magic, where everyone hates blue. Oh, brother. Thank you for the welcome. Today you found out. Thank you for being here. Hopefully you like watching someone struggle to get in the game of Magic, and I don't use the term struggle very lightly in this scenario because I'm struggling big time. Tonight? Oh my god, I'm getting fucking countered again. I apologize for cursing, but sometimes it's necessary. And I'm not manifesting a creature. I'm manifesting things I wanted. Into the Royal gets manifested. However, this has flashback, so it is some form of advantage. And who doesn't love advantage, especially if you say it in a stupid way that makes it sound fancier than it is. And now I don't even get a play on my fucking turn because this blue loser is using the timer. All right, you're eating by piranhas. That's fine. I have that card too. I'm gonna use it on something that costs more than 2 mana. You absolute brain dead buffoon. I hate this guy, and my negativity is showing, even though I'm not allowed to be negative. Whew. All right, guys. I'm chilling. I'm taking a drink of water, and I'm 100% chilling from here on. I'm gonna be a happy-go-lucky fellow. That if you weren't to have just listened to that rant, you would have thought that I would have been frolicking in the meadow the last half hour instead of getting my freaking back blown out. I apologize for that kind of crass metaphor, but it's the first one that came to mind. I can do this, and that would feel kind of cool because I could block. He won't be doing that. It's not a flyer. What the hell is going on, guys? What the hell is going on, guys? It's a wizard that would make this cheaper. I would only have 1 left up. I could do this. I'd still only have 1 left up. Why does this game hate? No, I would have 2 left up. I could eat by piranhas for whatever they drew. Okay. However, the words of a guy named Josh yesterday said, I think it was Josh, might have been someone else, was like, only draw cards when you don't have gas in your hand. And I do have gas in my hand, believe it or not. I do have gas in me ham bones right now. Okay. The words echoed, just like Professor Oak's words echoed at one time in my young life. A 5/4 is not bad. Plus, it has recursion. You know what I'm saying? I dislike playing against mono black or Demir, Illenium Falcon, that is so hard for me to say. I don't just dislike it. I will go so far as to say I hate playing against the mirror. In fact, I was supposed to give up negativity for Lent. And the first thing I thought of was, how the hell am I going to play against the mirror? However, let's just block out the last 5 minutes. Let's get back on this positivity train, shall we? And instead of saying that I hate playing against the mirror, I will instead say I look forward to playing against a different deck whenever I do play against the mirror. How about them apples? I'll gain a life. I still have only 5 mana to spend. Playing 5 freaking mana to play this card, actually 10 mana to play this card once essentially, feels bad. Feels bad. However, they spent all their mana last turn doing nothing. So that is a bit of tempo for me. I have 5 cards to play. He has 4 cards to play. He has 2 creatures on board. I have 1 and an enchantment though. So maybe... Nope. I decided against it. I'm going to play my Bashful Beastie because I don't want him to... I don't want to show this guy anything of what I could be doing. I'll just make him go down to 20... And that will be my consolation prize for the last 5 minutes of my life. Even blue players hate playing blue. Imagine hating yourself. I mean, if you're not on your own team, then who will be on your team? Sorry, Yubei. Playing Arena is just full of toxic Demir. I'm so lucky I got friends and Commander. It sounded like a diss. It sounded like, hey, guys, look at me. I have friends. Yubei does not have any friends. He's a loser. That's the way I read into it, Mai. Even though I know you wouldn't do that to me, I know that's not what you were saying, but that's, that just probably shows that I've been surrounded by not good people my entire life, aka... Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm not used to nice people like yourselves. Honestly, I have to say you're entertaining. I can see you making it, bro. Earned a sub? Brother! That was the freaking nicest thing. Thank you, bro. After just getting my freaking face punched multiple times by colors I hate, a compliment like that was very nice to read. Thank you so much for subbing and also the compliment, of course. Okay, now I have options. Options do be what I have. I could attack. In fact, let's just start with that. Let's see if this guy is man enough to trade. He's not. I got brass ones. His are made out of like mercury, which if you didn't know is like the softest metal. It's a liquid metal, in fact, if I'm pretty sure. He is. He didn't know I got it like this, though. He did not know I had it like this, though. I apologize for replacing the THs in my sentence with Ds, but I felt like the situation called for it. And now, not only that, but I get a card. And watch this animation, folks. It's a beautiful animation. Ta-da! Ta-da! And I drew a bookworm. And if we're not all bookworms, then what are we? Do you have a commander deck or not yet? Not only do I have a commander deck, but I have like 9. Humble brag. It's not even a brag. It's honestly just my mental... It's like a mental disease I have. When I get into things, I get way into them. I go way overboard. And when I got addicted to this game, not gonna lie. And I bought a crap ton of commander decks. That being said, as Mai pointed out so kindly, I don't have any friends. So I have not been able to play commander in real life. However, I will one day. I do have a lot of friends, actually. My Discord full of friends. Brand new friends that I met during streaming. So if anyone out there would like to join my Discord, where it's full of like-minded individuals, a bunch of nice Magic the Gathering players, feel free to do so. The link is somewhere on the interwebs, probably in my profile. Do I trade here? All right, I have to put myself in the shoes of a quality Magic the Gathering player. Probably, what would Rakeslot do? What would Today You Found Out? What would Mai do? What would Ian do? What would Stranger do? Would they trade? Would they trade? For Pete's sake. I'm gonna guess you guys would trade, because honestly, I don't know what is correct there. I actually have no idea. Okay. Beautiful things are about to happen, though, folks. Beautiful things indeed. I have 6 mana. I have 6 mana to spend. I can... Oh, man, this is about to become fun. I'm about to do some things. Okay, I'm about to think twice. For the second time. Actually, no, this is the first time, because it was in the graveyard the first time. He had no idea I had it like this. This guy is shitting himself right now because he just did not know I had it like this. Whenever you draw your second card each turn... Okay, so I can only make 1 fairy a turn. Not nearly as cool as what I was hoping for. However, someone told me whenever possible to loot. If I can loot, I shall loot, and that is what I will do. He had the brass ones last turn, but he doesn't have the brass ones this turn. Let's find out. I doubt it. I doubt it. He's getting rid of the otter? Does he not realize how good otters are? Do otters build dams? No. Beavers build dams. What the hell do otters do besides looking kind of cute? Looking kind of cute. Whenever you can loot, you shall loot. I can manifest dread, play a wizard, draw cards. Draw 3 cards in the time. In this economy, who wouldn't want to do that? However, this is literally the thumbnail of today's live. So going against this, but man, I already have this. I have this. Okay. The wizard has got to go. 4, that's 4 mana, 6 mana. I have 3. Okay. Okay, that might have been a questionable decision. However, literally, I love manifesting dread. It is so much fun. So much fun indeed. Because I would be forfeiting a lot if I were you. Just followed. Today you found out. Thank you so much again. Commander is even more toxic than standard. I can believe that. I definitely can believe that. Manifesting. Did he not realize it? Or does he not realize how powerful manifesting is? You can manifest your own reality, my guys. That's what my broker told me once. You know what I'm saying? Wait a second. What's happening? There's no way he can counter an ability, right? There's no way he's doing that to me. No way. And this card is freaking cute. I love this card. View battlefield. 2 islands. I'll do it like that. Wait a second. Oh, when you turn a permanent face up, you get a +1/+1 counter. That's less cool than I thought it was. I don't mean negativity. No, you're good. I didn't say you're a loser in the arena if you have. I was just kidding, Mai. I was just kidding. All right, still have my Oblivious Bookworm. He spent a lot of resources doing that. And what he doesn't realize is if you don't kill me, I will come back stronger. Why is it that whenever I have the chance to dance, whenever I have a chance to be happy, they always forfeit before I can play the cards? Why? Oh my gosh, why? That's fine. However, like I said, I called that. I said that we would be back in the winning column, and we certainly are. I didn't say you don't have friends either. I'm just saying I'm just lucky to have a commander pod. You'll have yours too eventually. One can hope. However, I was just kidding. I know that's not what you meant. I was just kidding. Sorry if I ruffled your feathers there. I was just kidding. Playing against a guy named Lemon. Lemon is a very quality song in the Japanese language. It is a very good song. I like it quite a bit. Now, I like this hand probably just as much as I like that song. Demir is just getting to you. I hate them too. Oh, yeah, it is. It is. It's definitely getting to me, for sure. However, if I lose this game with this hand, then I should probably just give up my new hobby, because it does not look good for me. However, I do have a turn 1 play, and how nice is that? How freaking nice is that? All right, let's see here. I don't want to... Yesterday, Not saying much. He's playing a Plains. That's a great sign. Yesterday, I had a pretty decent hand, and I kind of blew it. Draw your second card. Let's manifest Dread first. I think I want to manifest Dread. Then we'll get into the whole drawing engine. No creature. That's less than ideal. However, I have a fairy making machine, and I have a pretty cheap draw engine. So things are looking up. In 2 turns, I'll have it both set up on the board, and I'll be cooking. Destroy target enchantment? Okay. I'm okay with that. I have another way to manifest. And because that costs 3, I'm a little bit more... My opponent just hates fun. My opponent hates fun. He hates happiness. He's just not a nice person. That's okay. That's fine. I'll just hit the play again button, and maybe this game is the game where fate smiles upon me. However, it is getting extremely cold in my garage. So the freaking hat is coming on. Never did I think I would put on a hat during a stream because that seems stressful, but I did it anyways. Okay, 2 lands, a bunch of 2 mana costing cards, and a way to draw more, but that costs 5. This costs 3. Low-key want to keep this. However, that is asking for trouble. I mean, if sometimes you gotta take the chance if you want to dance. You gotta risk it if you want to have a taste of the biscuit. And that's what I'm gonna do, because I don't have many opportunities to do it in this jump-in stuff. Oh, he's playing manifestations. Okay, I think I made the wrong choice here. But you're holding up better than me. Commander is just so toxic too, sadly. Run into many toxic players. I can believe that. Wherever there's competition, there's definitely gonna be some toxic people. However, if I were to just base stuff to people in the chat over the last few weeks and the people in the Discord, Magic also has just a huge amount of lovely individuals. Lovely individuals. So I have to say that the toxic losers are a minority. Alright, I did draw a land, so I'm just so good at the game. That's basically all it is. I'm just good at the game. Alright, because this is going to be summoning sick, what I can do... Wait a second. Do non-tap abilities, are those summoning sick as well? No, because ETBs. ETBs are a thing. Of course not. That would just be silly. Forget I asked that question. Because that question makes me seem a lot dumber than I think I may be. Maybe? I don't know. Forget it. However, next turn, I still can't draw a card now that I'm thinking about it. Oh my gosh. That changes my plan a little bit. Not gonna lie. Not gonna freaking lie. I don't have this card. They have a card I don't... Wait, do I have this card? If I do have this card, I haven't seen it. Defender, Cryptid Inspector. Hopefully they don't eat that with their piranhas. Because they undoubtedly have that. That is a Vigilant bird, too. So let's not forget to attack with my Vigilant bird. Aspect L. Welcome back, Aspect. If it requires tapping to do it, you need haste. I see. Nope. Depends on what you're determining is toxic behavior. Well, Aspect, you missed it. 2-3 games in a row? I finally had the chance to do things that would make me put a smile on my face. Anyone would have a smile on their face when they can manifest some cards. And then they just concede. 3 times in a row. One feller conceded after like 3 turns. And what level of not fun is that? I think that's what we were referencing there, Aspect. But welcome back to the chat, my friend. I am not going to block. No blocks. I have big plans for these 2 things. I have big plans indeed. Okay, all my cards are blue. So playing this blue seems pretty good. Now I have 4. I can also manifest Dread. That will make this bigger. I can block his 3/3s now if I do this. A certain demographic would find what I just said funny. Let's do this. Curse Windbreaker. And I'm doing it mostly because I wanted to. Oh, think twice was the and they're both vigilant. However, if I attack with it, they can kill it. And that would be a shame. That would be a crying shame, to be honest with you. However, all the cards that are in my hand are draw based. Okay, I'm attacking with it because I've already got what I wanted to get from the getting good of the Cryptid Inspector. I wish more people would play it out, but I can understand why you'd concede if you don't think you have a chance. Oh yeah, I totally get it too. I was just being salty because I wasn't gonna have fun. They were having fun at my expense, but I wasn't having fun. But then I had a chance to have fun, and it was ripped away from me. However, this game's going much better to say the least. Whenever I get to play this card and then manifest the turn afterwards, you know I'm having a good time. Love this card, even though it looks a bit creepy. Fear of Falling. Okay, I haven't seen this, I don't think. So this is new. Whenever this creature attacks, target creature defending player controls gets -2/-0 and loses flying until your next turn. They don't attack. They're scared of me. They're absolutely petrified. They're shaking in their booties. I have 5 mana. I can do many things. I can even do this. I can draw cards. But I'm going to wait to do this until I have this. Okay. Wait a second. I learned something. Is turn face up. Oh, okay. I could do many things. I could do many things. Whenever this creature attacks, start to play. Okay. Okay. I'm going to hold off on drawing cards. I think. 3/5. This is going to take up all my mana, but I think it's worth it to do it. Okay, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna explain what I was thinking of originally. I'm gonna do this, which makes this huge, which makes both of them huge to be factual. Actually, I'm gonna do what I was planning on doing next turn, just so you guys can see it without me having to explain it. And then what I'm gonna explain is gonna be done. So I just save my breath, I suppose, and I can focus on what's about to occur. He's gonna take a lot of damage, methinks. I don't think he wants to block. He's blocking. He's going to get rid of this, and I'm going to manifest again. There's no way. Oh, that's a shame. That's crying shame, to be honest with you. Which one do I care more about? Whenever enchantment you control enters, and whenever you fully unlock a room, draw a card. When it control, this creature can attack this turn as though it didn't have defender. Drawing a card is definitely better. So I'm going to kill it like this. I'm okay with that. Then I'm going to manifest. Oh, I thought for a second I was going to be able to manifest. Okay, that actually sucks. That actually sucks. Both cards I love playing. This one's a game ender, but because I like seeing it, I'm just gonna manifest it. You know what I'm saying? And then next turn I can start on my drawing game plan. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna do. And that's what I was originally going to do this turn. And based on that combat phase, I reckon that I should have done it that way and not what I did do. But what I did do was fun. So there is that. I ran into people who would cheat, make up rules, throw a fit by removing their threat, playing against discard, nil, stacks, etc. In casual, I don't like these myself. Jeez Louise. That doesn't sound fun. I'm sorry you experienced that. I'm taking 6 damage. All right, things are getting out of hand in a jiffy, fellas. I definitely should have played this card, then drawn, then created some fairies. Hindsight, 2020, always the case. Let's play a non-tap land. Wait a second, 5, 7, okay, 3. I think non-tap land it is. First things first, I'm gonna do this. Countered? Are you serious? I'm gonna get... Okay. I was about to flip some shite balls, guys. I can tap a creature. I could tap a creature, that's for sure. I definitely could. I have 4 things I could spend some things on. I could either tap a creature, which seems pretty like a low impact play. Seems very low impact. Seems extremely low impact. Or I can draw 3 cards. I'm doing that. I'm going to set myself up for a big turn next turn. Now that I have a wizard. Oh, no. Oh, no way. I should have been a little bit more intelligent with what I was about to do. To say the least. I can manifest. I can do it twice? Submit 2? What's going on? Oh, submit 1. Okay. Submit 1. Why was it letting me select 2 things? It got my hopes up for absolutely no reason. Well, it's Vigilance, and he doesn't have a flyer, so I might as well attack for... And I didn't even get to freaking make a fairy. God. Dang it. But he is down to 2 cards. That's why I play in Arena. No cheating. Great point. It's fine. It was years ago. I have a pod now. I run into them from time to time. Whenever you run into them, you probably look on with distaste and scorn. Whenever they sneeze in your vicinity, you probably don't say bless you. Tapping your opponent's creature before they declare an attacker is quite powerful. Gotcha. That's definitely going to be coming. I think I want to flip this up, but I have no way to manifest Dread. Do I get rid of it? He does have mana to pay, though. All right, I think I got to go all in on this draw strategy. And I might as well... Okay, he has things to do. Okay, I got away with it. I'm at 8. He's at 14. He's at 2 cards. I'm at more than 2 cards. He's at 3 cards. Never mind. I have 13 or less. This does not come in tapped. Now, let's get ready to rumble. A wizard. That's good. More blockers. And it's a pretty big blocker. All my things have flying. Let's do... Wait a second. However, can't he flip it face up and then it would no longer be... So I can't target this, right? Because he can flip it face up and render this moot. Oh, brother. I don't want to attack, even though this is... Oh, I'm going to attack. Yeah, definitely. That would be stupid. Definitely attacking. They're flying. Why was that even a question? Double attack. And maybe... Man, I wish I had 1 more mana, because I want to play this card. However, is it even necessary? Because I have a chump blocker. Maybe I draw a card again. But then again, I'm going to draw next turn. Maybe I spend the tempo. Yeah, let's do that. Let's spend the tempo this turn while I'm not dead on board to anything. That's still a blocker if things get really out of hand. And now I'm going to play this card. And it's getting countered. It's not getting countered. I don't know what he had to play there, but it was scaring me. It was scaring me. And I still have this tapping thing if he plays something that is a bit... Because I think that's how it works. If I tap this, he can flip it face up and it will no longer be tapped. I'm going to tap the hell out of this. I couldn't tap this thing any freaking harder. Okay. This does enter tap. That's lame. Let's start. Wait a second. How does that work? No, I have to do it before combat. All right. I have to do it before combat. Let's do it now. Let's do it now. Tap this thing down. Then I have 5 mana and I can do these things. Okay, so check this out. Something I learned yesterday is I can attack all 3 attackers. Then I can afterwards tap it and it will still attack. Massive freaking brain. Massive brain, if I do say so myself. I unfortunately already played a land. I should have waited now that I'm thinking about it. I did draw, so now I have another chump blocker. And now look at the animacion. The animacion. That's how you say it in Spanish. Draw a card. A lovely card, to say the least. Now I have card advantage. Kind of. He has 3 cards in hand. I make up for it, though. This is a flying blocker. There's not going to be a lot of counter spells and jump in. You say that, Aspect, but I've been countered at least this many times today, Aspect. I thought so too, but apparently the MTGA fairies, the boffins at Wizards, didn't want me to be happy today, apparently. Let's do the whole thing-a-roll again, but let's start with playing the Oblivious Bookworm. Then, I can actually, how much mana? I have enough mana to play this on my absolutely massive wizard. And he's just going to get his ass got right now by a bunch of fairies and wizards. Declare 5 attackers. Then tap this, because I'm a good Magic the Gathering player now. That gets bigger. I get another fairy. And I'm feeling like the best freaking player in the world right now. Alright, in hindsight, I didn't need to play Oblivious Bookworm. I didn't need to loot, but someone did say whenever you can loot, you do loot. So that is what I be rooted to and doing. Rarity reigns. You should have kept the land you drew in hand so you could choose what to discard. That's a great point. That is a great point. Also, welcome to my stream. Hopefully you're a patient fellow, because mistakes like that happen far too often. Especially when it comes to combat. However, in this stream, I think I'm playing a smidge better in combat. But thank you for the advice, because you're 100% correct. I should have. And that should have been obvious to me now looking back at that. So I need to lock in. Second of all, I win. And he didn't let me attack out, so screw that guy. I thought Sausage King, which is his name, is not an insult. It's literally his username. It's not an insult. Sausage King. Didn't let me attack out, so I dislike Sausage King now. When you run looting or run maging effects, you should keep a land or two back in hand for the discard after your mana. All right, I got 2 comments saying the same thing, so it's obvious to you guys that I should have done that. And now, hopefully, I'm going to ingest that information and not make that mistake in this game right now. Right here, right now, I'm going to put that advice to good use. Rarity Reigns. That is such a cool name. Rarity Reigns. Good for you for making that reign. It reminds me of the Tribal Chief. I have not watched any sort of wrestling in a long time. However, Roman Reigns. Rarity Reigns. Pretty cool. Winchester Hastings. That means he's been playing for a while because he has Sokka. Potentially. Or maybe you just got that from the shop, because I got the Iroh from the shop. I like this hand. It is a lot of blue, and I have a lot of green lands, but I think I want to keep this hand. Especially with the loot. This gives me a chance to put a device to good work, to good use. It also denies the opponent information, i.e. they knew you drew a land and had nothing. 2 reasons why that was a bonehead thing to do. Thank you for pointing that out. I am literally putting this to good, that advice I'm putting to good use right now. So thank you so much. Winchester Hastings is who I'm playing. He has frog sleeves. Pretty cool if you ask me. I wouldn't mind making a frog deck, but that requires resources that I just don't have. Now, what's better? Playing a creature that could get killed on turn 1, do 1 damage, or is Surveilling 2 better? Now that I drew another blue card. I think Surveilling here is better. So that is what I shall do. That is what I shall do. Oof. Those are both fantastic draws. I would like to draw those in this order, please. Please and thank you. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Oh, wait. That was a forest. Okay, that was a bit silly of me. I just saw happiness. However, I can manifest dread, and then it will be a moot point. If you draw a card, if you do discard a card unless a permanent, let's manifest dread then. Maybe is the first thing I want to do. He has a 2/2. That'll be a blocker. I could okay, let's do that. I think that's better. I think that's better. All right, let's try it. Oh, and it was a beautiful manifestation if that survives. I'm not sure if it will, but it could. Crazier things have happened, indeed. Indubitably so. And another white thing comes into play. This makes me feel a lot better about my chances of not getting countered and not getting removed. And if both of those things don't occur, my chances of winning goes from 50-ish% to damn near 100. Because sometimes you just gotta have the confidence. Low-key you want to flip this. Low-key do. Yeah! Let's do that. However, maybe I wait a turn, think twice into the... I could hold up into the royal, but I can't kick it. I can loot, and I have lands to discard. Well. I think I want to do this. Because I want to flip that face up when Oblivious Bookworm is already on the field, and I don't have that mana to pay for that yet. So I'm going to draw a card. And I'm not going to attack, because I want to flip that face up. I believe that is correct. No attacks. Playing a little bit slow. Usually doesn't work out when I play slow. I picked up a jump-in deck if you want to throw down sometime. For sure. Let's do it. Now it's a 3-3, so that makes it a little bit harder. However, this is the deck I lost to earlier on this stream. Because he made a bunch of death-touching things, and he just went way wider than I could deal with. So now I do have to pick up the pace here if I want to have a chance, methinks. This is a flying first striker. How does station work? Tap another creature you control, put a charge counter on this to its power. 3. That goes to 5. It needs to be 9+. Let's play another island. Now the world is my oyster. Now I can do this. While he's tapped out, I have no fear. Now I'm going to flip this face up. So now when I manifest next turn, it is going to be a good time. A fantastic time. And now I can punch him in the mouth. I could... Actually, no. If he turns things into death touchers, I don't even care about holding things up. So I might as well attack, eh? And now this is just value. Just huge value. Take action. Draw a card, and I don't have to discard a card because I flipped his face up. Beauteous. Beauteous to say the least. Alright, he's only had 3 cards in hand, so maybe I don't have to be worried about losing the tempo battle here. Potentially. Maybe speaking too soon here. He's looking at my card as if he has malintent in his heart. And who wants a heart like that? Just be pure, my friend. Winchester Hastings. Uh-oh. At the beginning of... Oh, that's huge. That is absolutely huge. That's at 7 now. So problems are occurring. You can tap multiple things in the same turn. And he can surveil. Jeez us. No blocks. I will just take that. But I can't take too much more of those beatings. I do have Into the Royal. I can kick... Oh, and that was a good draw. That was a very good draw. Actually, Into the Royal is hilarious in this situation. I'm going to kick it and draw a card, I think. Because I have this to play. Yeah! Because he just wasted so much tempo and resources to station this, he's losing it. I'm saying no. I'm saying nay to your resource gathering. He can only block with one thing, so I might as well... I'm getting low, though. This is a 5-5. I'm going to have to chump block next turn, aren't I? Oh, it's a... Ah, shite. I only have a green available to me. I was planning on chump blocking my Spectre Sailor. I should have been paying more attention to that. That was my bad. I shouldn't have auto tapped. All right, I'm learning my lesson in 2 ways here. Oh, brother. Oh, brother, that does not feel good. I think the answer is not attacking with either of these things. Let's attack. Let's attack with this. Because at least if he attacks with this, I can block with this. You know what I'm saying? That was my thought process there. That's my thought process there. Take action. When you can loot, you do loot. That changes the game. That changes the game big time. I'm discarding this because it's just far too expensive for me to really ever hope to play. So if I survive this turn, I'll be able to do this twice, and I'll be able to put cards into my hand, and that will even the playing field no matter what he does on this turn. Brasida, welcome back, Brasida. I'm playing Jumpin' again. Hopefully you've been having a great day. If you get the avatar stage with the cabbage cart, keep clicking on it until you destroy it, and you'll get a custom. What? What? No way. I'm about to get an avatar. Oh, thank you for telling me that. I've wanted a pet for weeks. For weeks. That is so exciting. I hope I run into that today. Jesus. What? I don't even actually don't tell me what pet it is. I want to be surprised. I'm hoping actually, if I were a gambling man, and Lord knows I'm not. I used to be, but it's just a waste of money. I think it's gonna be the cabbage. That would make sense. And I do fancy that. I do fancy that pet. All right. 9 damage is coming at me. He has 1 red that he has up. I can definitely block here. And I think I should. Because that's just a scary life total. A very scary life total. Station. He's at 2 station. He's at 4 station. So that comes on board next turn. He's not discarding. I can... Okay. Okay. I can definitely Valgavoth here. I'll have 2 things. I'll have... Man, this is hard. I think I have to do that, right? And then chump block with one of them. It's not the best spot to be in. It definitely is not. I don't have a lot of as much hope. I'm definitely chump blocking them with this one. I have 2 islands. I have 3 forests. So I will manifest the forest, put the island in my hand. I will definitely manifest the creature. And I'll put the island and the... Oh, they're both... Okay. 2 islands in my hand. That means I have another chump blocker. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, now I have a little bit more hope in my heart. I will... Probably... Probably just attack for 1. I mean, it doesn't really make that much of a difference, I don't think. However, I don't think I'm going to be willing to get rid of that anytime soon. I'm going to hold up the flasher. Yeah, it didn't make any difference. So maybe I should just hold it up if things go horribly awry next turn. But in turn, I can hold up the flasher. I have 1 extra creature. So I don't think I'm going to lose this turn. I don't think so. Which fills me with a lot of hope. That anything, I could draw anything. However, this is the card that I usually hope for in situations like that. Plunge deals 6 damage to target creature. If excess damage token, create a lander token. Well, I have nothing to say about that, but I'm glad he chose the one that's a land. That's for sure, and now he's close to tapped out. I'm going to have another creature on board. It is a 1/1, so I'm not going to be able to kill his 6/6, but I will just block with it. If he attacks with that. If he attacks with all of these things, resolve. Oh no, I forgot he can station this up to 3/4, attacking me with first strike. He's at 8, so he will need to be tap something else. He may. I would love for him to block with this. I mean, attack with this so I can block with this. A trade I'm willing to make. I will flash this in, chump block with it. Chump block for sure. I wish it was a 2/2 because I would consider making that trade because this is the scariest thing that he has. But not after I tap it down. Okay, I was going to tap this down, but I'm definitely going to tap this down. Definitely. It feels good that... It feels good that he's poured a lot of resources and tempos into this card twice. And I pretty much said nay to it. I can play this, have recursion when it inevitably dies. Or Curse Windbreaker. Okay, this is exactly the type of game I wanted when I jumped in to jump in. This is going to make me a better Magic player because it's going to make me work out my combat brain. This is 4. I have 2, 3, 4, 5 left. I can't pay 2 cards at a time. I can do this. And I still can't play 2 cards at a time. I think this is the right answer. Because when I block with it, and it dies, that will be alright to me. Because he will attack with this card. I will double block. Wait a second. What card is this again? It's a flyer, right? No, it's not. It's a +1/+1 counter. Okay. I'm just simply not going to attack. And see what his turn brings. This is very stressful. But this is exactly the type of game I wanted. He is tapped out again. He has a life linker that he can't attack with, so that's future me problem. He didn't attack, so he's just as scared of me as I am to him. I can draw a card or I can manifest things, which is drawing a card in this situation. I have 3, 7, 8. This is 3, this is 4, that's 7. This is 4, this is 4. I can manifest things 2 times. Let's do that. Let's do that. I believe that's better. That sucks. However, this is more manifesting I can do. Let's manifest this. This will go into my hand. This will go into my hand. Then I can manifest again and keep building my hand. Or I can have a flying chump blocker. Oh, this isn't flying, actually. For some reason, I thought this was flying. But this will be flying. All right, I've decided. I have decided I will manifest again because I like doing that. And I'm not done manifesting, and that will be more manifesting engines. All right, let's do that. Next turn is definitely looking good. In fact, this turn is looking good. Do I be the aggressor, or do I hold up the blockers? Now, this is exactly the time where I make my mistakes in combat, and it feels horrendous. Let me think this through. If I attack, he will probably block. However, if I wait, I will be the one to decide when I can block. However, he is tapped out, so he can't do any sort of shenanigans. Brasida says, why would I attack? Okay, that tells me I don't attack. So I'm not even going to think this through. However, let's say why Brasida said that. Why would I attack? What would be the upside? Damage potentially going through, okay. I think I should just go into the autopilot decision of whenever trades are potentially made, it's always better to be the one that are deciding upon the trades. I think that is correct. He has no more cards in hand, basically. So I think if I weather this storm, I just win. If you attack, he eats your creatures for free. Okay, I think that's what I should just tell myself. Whenever trades could happen, it's always better for me to be the one to be making the decisions on the trades. Now, 6 mana, I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have enough to flip this up. I do. Things are about to get nutty in the best of ways. What can he do with 2 mana? Doesn't seem like much, but even more value when I manifest these. Okay, don't counter it. There's no red-white counters that I know of, so I shouldn't be scared of that, but I just am. Let's manifest a creature there, a 5/5 creature. Put the land in my hand. Thank you, ma'am. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. I'll take that land. All right. Now, he has no flyers, so I think it's okay to attack here. Most of the time, yeah, unless you have lethal. I see. Now, would you guys attack because he doesn't have a flyer? Or do I still want to trade as much as possible? I think I want to attack with the flyer because he doesn't have any. Because, like, you have to win that way. I'm going to assume that's right. Oh, that's what he's been holding up. I see. Now he's tapped out. Now absolutely no fear. Now he's at 16. I'm at 8. He's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attackers. I'm at 5 blockers. He's at 17, 1 card in hand. Another creature. It's fine. Target creature gets +1/+. Oh, and this is vigilant too, so it was a moot point all along. I should have known that. But again, I do miss keywords from time to time. It's a character flaw, a character defect, and I shan't deflect from that. Clearly, he's better at this game than I am because he knows not to be the one to trade. However, now, because there's not so much of what I can do... Oh, I have an idea. Gain a life. That makes me feel a little bit better. Whenever I draw a card... Alright, here's my idea. I am playing creatures before combat, but I'm purposely doing such things. Whereas before, I did such things because I was a bit of a donkey, let's be real. Then, I'm going to attack with just this again. Yes. And then, I think this works. I'm going to turn this face up. And, oh, it doesn't work. I thought I was going to be able to draw a card. I thought it would be the same thing as like entering when I manifest it, when I turn it face up. It doesn't work like that, obviously. But I have another flying vigilant thing that allows me to draw cards. So now I have just as many creatures as he does. And I have 3 ways now of dealing damage on his turn, next turn. Vigilance Flying is a free attack, usually. Uh-oh. What does it say? Exile target non-land permanent opponent controls. Okay. I still have 2 flyers and then a 3rd flyer, but I do have to pay mana for that. So that is not a total bad thing. However, that was a huge creature. Did I already play Into the Royal? Yes, I did. So I don't have really any way to get rid of this, I don't think. But I have been surprised in the past. Definitely. Okay. With your help, a lot of help from you guys, I am, I think, successfully getting better at combat. Finally. Alright, let's gain some more life. I think most definitely that's correct. Let's buff up. Wait, does it say every time? It does say every time. So why would you not do that, eh? Oh, and I can do, whenever I draw my second card, well, I already drew my second card, so that's a bit lame. It is a bit lame. But what I'm going to do now is put this on my biggest beefcake, even though it's not vigilant. Oh, I could flip this face up too. Okay, mistakes were made. I should have played cards that got me the most value from that card. I played a bit too hastily, but such is life. But let's do it now, right? Or do I do this now? Yeah, let's do that now. Let's attack with the vigilance. Let's attack with this. Let's attack with this. That kind of makes me more open to attacks on his next turn. Wait a second. Because it's not gaming him, maybe I just put him into the range of the game next turn. This is 8, will be 9, and 10 on his next turn. So maybe I just put him down to... Maybe I just put him down to in the single digits. I'm not sure, but I do have this. Ah, sod it. I'm attacking with all 3 things. And if I made a mistake, I'm sure you'll tell me. And because mistakes are how you learn, I will learn something. How about them apples, eh? And turn. Now look at this board state. A beautiful thing to behold for certain. He has 5/6 lifelink, so he might attack on his turn. Okay, if he does attack, I have the blockers, methinks. So with that being said, he's gonna go up to 9. So I'm glad I attacked with 3 things. As long as I can not die, which I don't think I will. Resolve. Potentially. Not sure at the moment. Creatures you control get plus. Oh my gosh, he's definitely going for the wombo combos. So a lot of chump blocking will be occurring. God dang, a lot of chump blocking is going to be occurring. However, I learned something. After I declare blockers with this, which I will, he doesn't have anything. Okay, I'm just blocking the biggest things. Let's chump block with that. Let's chump block with this. He doesn't have any cards in his hand, so I just need to keep my flowers alive. Let's do a little bit of a trade Z here. Let's do a little bit of a trade Z here. Let's do a little bit of a trade Z there. So he has 6 coming at me and 10, so I have to get rid of this flyer. And let's do a little bit of a trade Z there. So I'm taking 6 damage. And I just win. Wait, I think I just win. Wait a second, I wanted to tap this. Why didn't you let me tap this? Son of a beach. I misplayed, but I get a manifest. That's fine, I get a manifest. He has 2 blockers. I'm at 8 damage, he's at 10. I'm going to draw a card. He's going to draw 2 cards. Damn, man. This is a flyer, but I don't want to be scared of that. Alright, things got out of hand in a jiffy. Lifelink, big time lifelink. Put a +1/+1 counter. That's 9. Damn. What if, can I manifest and then flip up the same turn? I'm getting countered? No, I'm not getting countered. Damn. Oh, brother. There's no way out of this, is there? Because he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 4. I'm at 4 alive. Ah! Did I miss playing combat? I think I shouldn't have attacked, maybe. What if I equip this on this, and then I attack with this? This is still a 5/5. He could block with that, but then he would be missing a creature. I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters. And that feels dreadful. Does this count? It's not going to count. Oh, man. I was so close. So close. But maybe he misclicks. Maybe you misclicks. I missed that one draw. Yeah, I did miss that one draw. That card draw must have needed full control. Damn. I was so happy to put something I learned from last stream into action, and I didn't do it with doing that. Son of a biscuit. And it has reach. It's very unnecessary that he's doing that. Very unnecessary. But I can pay this. Put a double flyer. I don't think that's necessary. Does it gain me anything? It doesn't gain me any attack damage, but it's something I did. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't rude, I don't think. So I'm going to let him attack because I'm a decent enough fella. If the shoe was on the other foot, they definitely would have conceded. But maybe his daily is to attack with his creatures, and maybe he was just hoping to do that. So now he did it. And that was indeed a good game. I learned some things. I misplayed with that owl. However, I think I've got a new little mantra. And the mantra is very simple. The mantra is that when trades are available, be the one to make the trades. I think that's going to help me tremendously in this next game. And not just the next game, but maybe in just Magic. Obviously, that's an oversimplification, obviously. But I think oversimplifications are good when you're getting into a very complicated game. Oh. Fantastic hand. If I lose this game, I should just call it a night. Don't deserve to play. Don't deserve to play if I lose this game. That's for sure. Especially after that draw. Literally, the world is indeed my oyster. Especially after I surveil. More good cards. But that's a turn 2 play. And I want to draw the turn 2 play. So let's do that. Mischievous Mystic is going to enter the board state. Fear of Lost Teeth. Let's do, what does it say? Whenever this creature, okay, I'm not scared of that. So let's just play a lovable scamp called Mischievous Mystic. And it's gonna die. Alright, we're back to not enjoying the game of Magic the Gathering, but that's fine. I'd rather that die than my next card. That's 4 true. This is a 4 mana card. Okay, let's hope. Let's hope. Actually, because I can't guarantee I'm drawing a land next turn, it is highly probable. Because I had 2 non-land cards back to back, so it's highly probable I draw a land. But maybe I do this, and I can't even kick this, so never mind. I can't even kick it, but I'd rather this die than this. So maybe just for that sake alone, I'll play this card. Just for that sake alone. Playing a little scared there. I don't like to play scared because usually if I play scared, I lose tempo. But that was the right choice. Playing the card I wanted to is more apt to lose than this card. So now if this card gets got, then I'll be sad. I was a little sad, but not quite sad. If this gets got, I'll be sad. The fact that he's down to this, I see this card all the time in Standard, so I fucking hate seeing it now. I did draw this, so now it's about time to kick this and get rid of, well, in this case, it's a huge problem. In this case, it's a huge problem. Goodbye. And I'm going to draw a card. Perfect. And I get to attack with my Vigilant Cryptid Inspector. All right, now we are at a level game. Actually, I think I'm in the lead, in fact, because he has 2 cards. Draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. Now he's at 4 cards, so now I would say it's an even playing field. Josh! Josh is back! I am manifesting dread, my friend. I am. I just had a brutal game that ended in my loss, but I learned some things. I learned some things about the dreaded combat phase, so hopefully I'm going to take those lessons into this game, and I'm going to win. In fact, my starting hand was so good that if I don't win, it's because I am a numpty. A numpty, Humpty Dumpty that sat on a wall. All right, let's do a Bashful Beastie. And I think this is the first time I've read this card name, and I kind of adore it. I kind of adore this card now, because just look at him. The way he's like prancing with his foot up in the air, he's a Bashful Beastie. He's a Bashful Beastie. I love to see it. Heck yes, thank you so much. That's what life is, a series of lessons. Exactly. I learned a big one last game. It was quite painful because I thought I had it. That was the worst part. I thought I had it. It was in my grasp. I did not get the value off of the Cryptid Inspector. That feels bad. But he's down to 3 cards. And I'm assuming from the way he's playing, those cards are ass. Now a question. This vehicle becomes an artifact. Okay. I'm going to hope that he taps it. Okay. This potentially could be a hell of a good time. However, now that I'm thinking about it, I can't play this during combat, can I? My thought process was I was going to let him crew it. It becomes a creature, then tap it down forever. That was my thought process. However, if he can't even crew it now that I'm thinking about it. He can't even crew it now that I'm thinking about it. That was stupid of me through and through. I have 5-6 mana to pay. I might as well manifest dread this turn. In this regard. I think that's better. Or I get another land on play. Let's get another land on play. Let's play a little bit slower because now that I'm kind of outpacing him at the moment. That's the way I feel about the matter. And now I can draw a card, or a loot, I should say, at the end of my turn. That feels good. Take action. I will do that. This is definitely going to be a good card. But this is obviously a good card. So that's a hard... Okay, I have creatures here. Let's get the protection in my hand. So that wasn't the best loot, if I'm being honest. I played Commander at the game store last night. I used that Ilkor deck I mentioned before. I one-shot the table. I made everyone lose 50 life. That's nuts. You were telling me that the Ilkor deck of yours rarely loses, and after hearing that you one-shotted them for 55 life, all of them, I'm not shocked. That's crazy. Congrats on the dubs, my friend. So it sounds like you had a good day yesterday. What about today? Are you having a good day today? I forgot to mention that because I was so wrapped up in this game. I apologize for being a bit rude. I have 7 mana to spend. I can spend 6 of them, or I can spend 4 of them and 2 of them here. Let's do that first. Let's do that first. Oh, man. I hate not drawing this card. But that is a 3/3 that enters my board state, and that feels good. Let's do this. Let's do this. So 2 things are manifested. All right, this is getting exciting. He's down to 2 cards, but I'm down to 1 card. But a powerful card nonetheless. This can't block, or... Yeah, it can't block. So I kind of made a mistake there. I should have maybe done that and attacked with both things. I don't want this to be... But I'm okay with that. So I'll just attack with one thing, and then that won't be... That won't threaten lethal anyway, so it probably wasn't going to make much sense to do that anyways. And now I'm going to manifest Dread again. And that's what I'm doing this for. Evolving Wilds becomes manifested. Thanks, brother. Yeah, today is great. I was relaxing and stuff. I bought some packs of Time Spiral Remastered, and I pulled a card that's like $35. More wins for the Time Spiral. Unless the permanent enter the battlefield face down. Okay, I can just draw a card. Value. More manifesting. That's huge. One of my first videos I watched of Magic the Gathering Commander is like the command zone when they were playing that set, Time Spiral, with Cassius March, I believe. And the set looks freaking sweet. The set looks freaking sweet. And if I had the funds and I wasn't moving, I would potentially be buying that myself because it seems that cool. Now it's time to tap that down because I'm just going to swing out for game, methinks. But he could probably respond to that and crew this, can't he? So that was a mistake, but he didn't do it. He didn't do it. Now the world is my oyster, isn't it? The world is my oyster, isn't it? Do I attack now or do I do this sort of thing? Let's do both of the things. The more I get to manifest Dread, the happier I'm going to be, so why not do it? More lands to manifest. Not ideal, but I have another chance. Manifesting the Dread. The Dreadful Dread. Oh, I love to manifest this card because it's added value, because I can play it with a flashback cost. And he can block 2 things, but he'll be trading on both of those things at worst. At best, it's a full-on attack. Just mayhem and anarchy is entering his vicinity. However, he can crew this I keep forgetting that. That does not feel good, but he's still going to take a whole heap and a lot of damage. Okay, mistakes were made. I'm okay with that. It's a land. I'm okay with that. Definitely okay with that. He's at 4, and his at most has 2 things to block with next turn, and I have 4 things. I'm drawing a card, taking the action. Yes, please. Eaten by... I love my favorite card in the deck. I know I say that a lot, but I love it. It's a crazy set. I love it so much. Yeah, it's so cool. There's so many slivers. I crack a lot of packs. A guy named Stranger, who's often in the chat, I'm not sure if he's in the chat today, he has a sliver as his mate. I haven't played against the sliver deck. However, it's kind of on the bucket list just because I know how iconic slivers are. I would love to be able to play it sometime. I have a lot of lands now. I have 8 lands. This is flashing. So he's going to think he's blocking. He's going to think he's winning, but he's not. He's going to lose. That's his username. He can't even pronounce it. Okay, that's perfect, but I'm all out of manifestation resources. However, it's freaking massive to say the least. Let's do all attacks. And he's definitely going to crew. And he's going to get eaten by my piranhas, my pet piranhas to be exact. He's not going to know what hit him. He may even act. Oh, wait. Wait. Do I do it now? Yeah, I do it now. Because maybe he doesn't even block. He just takes the damage. Maybe that happens. Oh, but he can crew it. But he could crew it anyways because it's power and toughness 1. So, NBD. 1-1 there. Permanently, he only has 2 blockers. So he is definitely going to get 4 damage right to his face. That sucks because I'm losing that. That's just value. So that feels bad. That does feel bad. That feels extremely bad. And now he has 3 creatures to block with. I do have a flyer. I can't buff it up, though, which sucks. And he's getting rid of my flyer, it looks like. But now that he's done that, I can pay 3, make my 5/5 a flyer, and he just loses. A 4/5 lifelinker, that sucks. Now it's a 6/5 lifelinker, so now I don't win next turn. I'm going down to 11. So that was a horrendous swing, to say the least. A horrendous swing, to say the least, but I'm going back up to 12. And now I'm going to draw a card. That's the first thing I'm going to do. A land. Okay. Don't love to see that. But I'm going to play it on this. And he has 2 things to block with. I guess I'll just put him... Wait a second. How did he get the lifelink? Okay. Whenever an enchantment you control enters and whenever you fully unlock a room... Damn. He's going to get lifelink again, eh? Okay, I'm just going to attack with 1 thing. Or maybe I don't. He has no hand. I'm going to say no, actually. Was that a mistake? I think that was a mistake. But he would have just got the life back anyways. And I could potentially threaten to make that trade. He can surveil. He has 1 card in hand. I think one of your face down card is a flyer. No, it's a human detective. I'd hold the blocker. Okay, Josh says hold the blocker. So I didn't make a mistake, apparently. He doesn't have lethal on you, so if he swings with a 2/5, it dies. It's going to be... I think he can buff it up, though. I don't remember how he did that. All right, he has no cards in hand. I'm chilling. Pass. Is he not going to fully unlock this room? Certainly, he's not going to. So my turn. All right, are we just at a stalemate? Now do I just start attacking? Actually, I'm less scared of this because I don't think... I'm going to attack, I think. So I don't think he has the ability to buff it up. Oh, this creature gets +2. But that's 4, and I'm doing 5. Well, I already tapped it, so like there's no going back. But I think that was a mistake. He can fully unlock it room, but that's his last room, probably for the foreseeable future. You gain 4. Okay, that's a problem. It's a reacher. It's a huge problem. Pass. Have I seen Valgavoth yet? I've seen Valgavoth already. Of course I have. He's still not unlocking this. That's fine. He's only attacking with the 2. He's attacking with this. Okay, he has no cards in hand. Pass. Block this. I wonder if I flip that face up, would it untap itself? Probably not. Probably not, because I think it's considered the same card. So its game state, or its status in the game state is... I didn't fully read that card. Okay, I deserve to lose this game. That's fine. That kind of changes things potentially. That leaves me with 6 mana left. Oh my gosh. Wait a second. How did I die? I lost. What the hell? That was a long ass game. How did I lose so many cards? What the hell? What the hell? There is no way. There is no way that game went on for that long. Did he mill me? My disappointment is immeasurable, and my night has been ruined. That was extremely embarrassing. I am shooketh. I am shooketh, not gonna lie. God damn it. Oh, god damn it. Pizza XO says, damn. I am dismayed that was your first experience with me, Pizza. I would like to say that was a one-off occurrence, but it was not. It's not. I make mistakes like that all the time, but I hope you enjoyed watching people try to learn the very complex game of Magic the Gathering. He doesn't have reach, might be. He could have also multi-block to kill your flyer. That's true. Oh, he doesn't have... Okay, I see what you're saying. It doesn't have lethal, so swings, and I read that. Multi-block of flyer. It's late here. I thought the opponent had reach. Nope. No cards in deck. You mill yourself. I've done... At least Josh has done that. At least he's done that. There are only 40 card decks. That's why. Okay, that makes a big difference. It's only 40 card decks. It's okay. I did draw 128 with Parasymbiosis. You don't have 100... Yeah. You definitely don't. Parasymbiosis. That's a card I actually know. It's beautiful, honestly. My first game, I always lost to a friend with a deck that was $1,000. My God. $1,000 deck. I would hate to see how much he spends on his car. Or his wardrobe. Or his charcuterie board collection, or his stamp collection. Basically, he has a lot of disposable income, and that's a lot of money to spend on a deck. 4 score. All right, let's start with a forest, because I have mostly blue cards in my hand, and maybe that'll be a bit of a bamboozle to him. Oh, I love to see this. Green and white. Love to see it. Let's start with a growing red. And I have a creature. That's good. A flying creature. I can put a +1/+1 counter on it when I flip it face up. And flipping it face up is a very cheap thing to do. And I have this. That was a perfect manifesting dread. So maybe things are going my way. Can't forget the stamps. My Atraxa deck is about $1,400. Holy guacamole. I feel like a baller when I spend $30 on a precon. So there's levels to this shit, I suppose. Let's continue with the manifestation pressure. Don't love that nearly as much as my last manifesting, but a flyer is a flyer nonetheless. I don't want him to block this. If this creature was kicked, it enters with 4+1s. Okay, I don't want to block. I'm just going to say no attacks. Play a little bit more patient. But I've been playing Magic since 1998. I think my most expensive deck is about $2,200. Holy guacamole. Yeah, it makes more sense if you slowly build the deck over many years. But if you were just like, dang, I want this deck, I'm going to drop $2,200 on it. Ooh-wee. That's quite the thing to do. A Wildwood Scourge that's 2/2. Let's hope he doesn't have proliferating abilities in his hands, because that would be not very nice. Not very nice to say the least. Do I want to flip this up? Start attacking him with my flying prowess? Or do I want to get more creatures on the board? I do... Man, that's a tough one. That is a toughie. A big old whopper of a toughie. Whenever you draw a card, let's start building our board states. Because that could get big, so I should get big at the same time. I don't know. I'm honestly not sure, but at least I can attack with the flyer and feel comfortable doing so. Arena is perfect, though. I've spent $20 and have cards worth thousands. There you go. That's a great way to think about it. I recently got a volcanic island. Damn! That's cool. Prowess? Not prowess. Not the technical prowess. I did not mean like an otter prowess. I just meant the English language prowess. My apologies for the confusion. My sincerest apologies. I should be more decisive with the words I choose to say. Okay, that sucked. I'm not gonna lie, that sucked the big one. Let's see if he attacks with it now. But now he's down to 3 cards. And what he doesn't know is I'm on the verge of drawing many. That's what he doesn't realize. Okay, can I do that? No, I can't. I cannot do that. So maybe I do this. And I played that pre-combat. That was a mistake. Noted. Definitely noted, but at least I can attack again for 2 more damage. And this is still a 2/2. So as long as it stays at 2/2, I feel like I'm winning. And he has, I love this. I kind of want to buy the Edge of Eternity's precon because I do really like the whole station mechanic, I should say. And just like that, they're huge and they're tramplers, so that's a huge problem. But at least it's a problem for future me, not current me. I can manifest Dread here. I have multiple ways to draw cards. I will begin by doing such things as this. Then I will attack with both of these things. Then do the thing that I learned from maybe, I think it might have been even Josh that taught me this yesterday. Maybe Brusita. One of you guys from yesterday taught me that I can tap this. Oh man, these are solid choices. I think I actually want to get rid of Manifest Dread here. Just because this is going to come in handy. However, that now is a 3/4, so at least I can block if things go horribly awry. Alright. Whenever a spacecraft enters, put a +1/+1 counter on each of... Oh my gosh, that's going to get out of hand very fast. If more spacecraft enters my vicinity... I was in Japan before New Year's and I bought the Lucky Bag on a New Year's Day. It was $900 Lucky Bag and it had a volcanic island. That is quite the Lucky Bag. That's actually insane. I would never have guessed that anything close to the value of the bag would be in the bag. But the Japanese, they do it right, that's for sure. No blocks. I'll just take 9, and hopefully he doesn't have a pump spell. He does not. That's probably the last time I'm taking 9. All of his things have trample. That feels bad. Feels bad. Real bad. But let's get this on the board now. And I can probably stack up blockers to get rid of things slowly but surely. He has flying. This is vigilant, so I might as well. I might as well do more damage, but I probably would want this to help block. I'm going to have to chump block, actually. I have to chump block and pray I draw a very good 3 cards. That's what I'm hoping for. Edge is super fun. The land deck is really fun. My friend has a modified precon to landfall one, so it's so fun. I read that one and I was like, wait a second, you're sacrificing lands? But then I continued reading and I was like, wow, that actually is a really fun idea. Yeah, it was a top pull they offer. I got the best bag they made. Yeah, that's sick. It's a dream of mine to visit Japan. In fact, I was learning Japanese for the longest time. However, learning Japanese for a native English speaker is kind of like a full-time job. So I kind of gave up on it, to be honest with you. But I still recall many things of the language. Like, if I went to Japan, I could probably talk like an elementary schooler. Like, I can say things like "O genki desu ka?" I can read the language pretty well. I know a lot of the kanji. Do I take 9? He might have a pump spell, and I could just lose the game. This, I don't really mind losing as much. I could double block and then lose this card. That's going to be really big. This has trample too. So if I do block, I have to go all the way with it. I think the Wildwood Scourge is scarier. Let's do that and then take 5 damage. Ah, it feels bad. It feels bad. And they gain indestructible. Of course they do. So that was just a huge mistake. But I still think it was the correct play there. Just because, like, I would have been in a... I couldn't have won in that position. Having 2 life. I could potentially come back with 6. Potentially, it still is an uphill battle. It really just depends on what I draw on my next 4 cards. But I just lost my main draw payoff. And he has, is it a spacecraft? No, it's a planet. That's freaking cool. That is really cool. Okay. Wait a second. I could block with this and then tap it. That's what you guys said yesterday. I tried to do that with this earlier and it didn't work. So maybe I just play another blocker and then... I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to try it because that's something I haven't been able to do. And at the very worst case scenario, it will be a learning experience. Another creature. Okay, so far, this was the correct thing to do. I will just attack with my 1 vigilant creature. And then hold up the rest. And I'm hoping that it is as simple as... I'm not going to do that. No point in doing that, I don't think. Were you self-studying, but you're not dead? Even though Waking Heaven station and taps for X green, where X equals the number of creatures you have. Lifelink. When this creature enters, put a +1/+1 counter on each up to... Oh my gosh. These big things are getting bigger. The only source of hope is that this works how I was explained it works. And maybe, let me just look at this real quick. Maybe it didn't work because of like gameplay stuff. Show phases, disable emotes, fix rules, text size. Show phases. Let's just tap that. Let's just see if that, I don't know. Resolve this feature cost. Oh my gosh. His deck is freaking crazy. And jump in. My mono white aggro deck would have a hard time with this freaking deck. Maybe not. Well, it depends on what I draw. Resolve. He has 1, 2, 3, 4 attackers. 6/6, 3/3. The 6/6 is the trampler though. So, resolve. Okay, he's really annoying me right now. His turns are going on way too long, even though he has literally no cards. Okay, he really wants that to happen. For each creature you control. Okay, he really just stymied himself. Like, why would he attack with everything instead of stationing this? Because he has no cards in hand, and he has plenty of mana for whatever cards come about. And he doesn't have anything... Yeah, that was stupid. Okay, wait a second. Wait. Cancel. 2 blockers. I need to wait. Pass. Okay, this is the point. I need... Oh. I only have 1 flyer. I have 2 flyers. Okay. I need to take as little damage as possible here. And I need to kill this. Wait a second. Do I just let the 6 go? No, I can't let the 6 go. So maybe I just do this. Okay. I choose the blockers here. 5 blockers. And then, okay, it works. Draw 3 cards. And these cards were hot freaking garbage. Holy crap. All right. I literally had no chance to win this game. I was putting all my hopes on that card. However, I did what I tended to do last time with Strix Lookout, but I did it correctly this time. So there we go. Improvement. Improvement in a very short amount of time. I'm down to 4, and one of my creatures survived, which is better than I thought was going to happen. He's at 14. Ooh. Well. Probably the Trampler is the thing I want to stay tapped down. Probably, because I can chump block this. However, this is going to take up all my remaining 2 mana left. So I could draw something. And I drew all lands. Someone said just wait until the shuffler fucks you. I don't have to wait. It literally fucks me all the goddamn time. The amount of fuckage that happens to me, and I've only been playing a couple weeks, is mind-numbing. However, I'm going to do the trick I learned. I'm not going to concede. Conceding is for the weak. I'm going to do the trick I learned, block with it, tap it at the same time. Station, it taps for X green, where X equals the number of creatures you have. Put a +1/+1 counter. I don't know why you did that. It's still chained up. Kind of stupid if you ask me. I'm losing to a stupid human. Why can he attack? It has the chain icon on it. I hate this game. I literally hate this game. The logic is not logicking. However, I will block this. And then, one blocker. Then I will tap it. Practice. I did not draw a flashing thing. I have creatures that are flashing, so maybe I could have, flashed some things in, blocked the rest of it. He didn't have many more tramplers, so there was a chance. It was a very slim chance, but it was a chance nonetheless. All right. I think I'm going to play just one more time because I've been playing for a while. And then if Aspect is still out there, he said he wanted to play with his jump-in deck. So I'll do this game, and then I'll play Aspect to round out the stream. How about that? No, you already declared blockers. Oh, you can't flash it? Oh, I see. That makes sense. Okay, this is a great hand, though. This is a great hand. I have no turn 1 play. Evolving Wilds. Okay, that's actually great. Lee, you just taught me something that should have been obvious to me. So that means I've learned multiple things in this stream about combat. So I am improving in the combat phase, slowly but surely. I will crack this on the end of his turn. Build good habits. I have an island, a forest. I have an equal amount of green and blue lands. I will get a green. I'll get a green because he played a green. And that seems like fair. Magic the Gathering. I will start with a Mischievous Mystic. Then turn 3, play Cryptid Inspector. Turn 4, play Cursed Windbreaker. Turn 5, the world is indeed my oyster. Hopefully, oh my gosh, that was a quick turn. That is a Death Toucher. I hate to see Death Touchers coming, but it is a part of the game, so I have to just live with it. But I will play this because I don't think I have to be scared of any sort of removal from mono green, because mono green is what it looks like to me. Next turn, I will have the choice of playing a Curse Windbreaker or Think Twice. Probably Curse Windbreaker. I think Curse Windbreaker is probably better there. You can once they declare attackers, but not when you declare blockers. Yeah, it makes total sense, and it should have been clear. It shouldn't have been a question in anybody's mind. However, again, not the sharpest tool in the Magic the Gathering deck box. Deep Harvest. When this artifact enters and when you sacrifice it, you may search your life. Okay, that seems unfair. It seems unfair in Jump In, to be honest with you, but I still like my chances because this, historically speaking, is a win con. When this goes off for more than 2, people just quit. They don't even want to deal with it. And that doesn't feel good, but maybe I can make it go off for 3 and people will stay. Maybe. Millennium Falcon. I'm getting better at saying Millennium Falcon's name. Green removal usually involves creature fights. That happened to me. two games ago. It didn't feel very good. Maybe 3 games ago. It didn't feel very good, but I am less scared of that. Maybe I should be equally scared of that, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know much. Honestly, the thing that gets my goat the most in standard isn't so much combat that does stymie me from time to time, but it's just the fact that I don't have knowledge of the card pool that like stresses me out the most. Let's play the forest. Actually, I'm just going to play this because I'm just going to be paying 3 mana. So this is the perfect time to pay that. And let's start manifesting some things with the added bonus of... That's lame. Wait a second. Let me read this again. Is this a +1? It is a +1. So let's just do that. I thought it was maybe the analyst and it was going to go into my hand. And I will indeed attack for 5. I will be doing more damage than he does to me going forward. But now he has a lot of mana and he's playing white. Now I know that. He could play a huge lifelinker and that makes my last turn moot. Pretty much. Pretty much. And although this may be my last game of the evening, for any of the new people that found me today, if you are interested in watching me or hanging out with me again, my goal is to stream every night. And I've been streaming Magic the Gathering every night for the past couple weeks. So you want to hang out with me again in the future? You could, if you want to. I think I'm going to wait a couple more turns. I think I'm going to use the door to manifest some creatures. And if you want to hang out and chat with me offline, I have a Discord where if you want to find games, people are often there and always down to play games. Stranger, I mentioned, he's always down for a game. Aspect, always there. He's usually down for a game. Let's see here. I could do this. I'm out of mana, so I might as well surveil to make my next turn as awesome as the possum. Erudite Wizard. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter. I mean, these are good cards, to say the least. To say the least. I would rather this card, probably. But I'm all out of... No, Valgavoth. What am I thinking of? I'm definitely going to play Valgavoth. So I'm not out of that in the slightest. He could double block and kill me, but he can't do that to my flyers. So maybe I should just keep my flyers up. And I want to keep this alive for as long as possible for when Valgavoth makes his deadly entrance. It will be very impactful. However, he seems like the type of fella, Aknak is his name. He seems like the type of fella to not let me have that happiness in my life. But I've been surprised in the past. Baseball bat. What a card name. What an absolute beauty of a card name. You know what? I found this. And it's old news to a lot of you. What does this do? It taps me. Not very nice, but I'm okay with taking this. Is the secret lair where they turn like Liliana, Chandra, Jace into like baseball cards? Ooh wee, I love that. I wish I could just drop major doubloons on that because I would love to have those in my life. I think now's a good time. I think that's the best play in this case. Or I could make some fairies. I could make some fairies, but I think I want to do this instead because he seems to be on the edge of saying goodbye to me. And I did just manifest 2 creatures. So I'm basically cracked the game. No one can say otherwise. Do I continue just attacking with flyers until he can't block with this thing? No, I'm okay. I'm okay with him blocking this. Then I don't have to worry about the Death Toucher any longer. But the words are echoing through my noggin right now. If trades are available, be the one to make the trades. Chat said it. I'm learning from the chat. Ah, the reach. That doesn't feel good. But it was a trade. So that could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse. Did you see the farty secret lair that you released a few days ago? No, I did not. I did not. Then change the flying equipment to the vigilance creature. Oh, you're genius. You're a genius. That should have been apparent to me from Jump Street, but yes, he no longer has the ability to get my goat, and he only has 3 creatures, so he may die. And I'm going to get a fairy here. I am indeed going to get a fairy here, unless he counters it. I don't know. I don't think white has any counters. If they do, they've been hiding from me. From me. Let me see if I attack with everything. 8's getting through. Then he can block with these 3. 1 will die. 2 will die. He will be left with 1. I will die. Then he'll be left with 1 creature, and I'll have flyers on the crackback. Or I can not attack and choose what no, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. No. I'm not doing it. Because that's not lethal. You only do it if it's lethal. You guys said that. Only do it if it's lethal. All right. Improvement. Hopefully. Unless, of course, you're saying that I should have attacked all out. But what the hell is he doing? What can he do? Nothing. I'm attacking with flyers. What is he? Why is he looking at me? Stop looking at me. I feel betrayed. I feel absolutely betrayed. I got removed without being fought. However, I am glad that I didn't attack with everything in that one scenario. However, he's down to 1 card in his hand, and I can tap him. I can tap his 5/5. He's putting more resources in the 5/5. I like my scenario still. I still like it, but that definitely put a little bit of stick in my craw. I'm not gonna lie to you. That put a little bit of a... not happy about it, to say the least. And this is a wizard, so I can actually do that. Flip this face up. Make it a little bit stronger, too. Play this, but that is 3, 5, 7. Do I have 7? I don't. I have 6. But I drew a land, so now I can. What do I want to do? Let's first make him a bit salty. I'm going to make him a bit salty. Let's see what he does in response, because clearly he can respond some way, somehow. He can gain life, so maybe that's just what the trigger is he's waiting to gain life for some unbeknownst to me reason. Probably. Now this amount of time is starting to seem like he's a little salty. All right, he's letting it go through, so maybe he's not that salty. Now I can make this fly, or... actually, I'm just going to do that. I'm going to do it on my 4/4. Get some damage in. Some Joe DiMaggio baseball reference. And I'm going to attack with my 3 flyers. Even though they're not vigilant, I'm at 13. A bit scary, but I'm about to play another creature to block with. 3 attackers. He can't block with the Death Toucher. He's going to maybe gain some life. He is looking at this, so this was what was being triggered by the timer, the clock, whatever the case may be. So I did weed that out, which is normally I would have just been worried about that the entire time. So that shows a little bit of skill potentially. Nothing turned face up. Nothing was I don't have a hand, so why? Let's not do it. Let's not do it. Let's hope he doesn't have a way to untap this. And I will block. I'll maybe double. I don't even need a double block, actually. Yo, try the midweek magic event. Phantom sealed Lorwyn Eclipse. Does that mean, is that a draft? Also, DJ, welcome back, my friend. Eerie, welcome back to you as well. You can get a fairy. Oh, I should have, maybe. Maybe I should have drawn a card. Oh, I see. I could get Lee. I could have looted, and I got a fairy. Okay, mistake there. Lee was nice enough to point that out, though. He was definitely nice enough to point that out. He has a Reacher, which is very annoying. But I have a way to get fairies. I did not forget about that. I definitely did not forget about that. And this is just strong enough to get got by this. But he's at 5. I'm at 3 in the air. He's not going to attack with these 2 things. So he's going to block. He won't die, and he's getting life. How did he get life? How did he get that life? Oh, I kind of stymied my gosh darn self. Well, let's draw a card with this, shall we? Let's draw a card with it. Oh! He is not going to know what hit him. He is not going to know what hit him. No sirree, Bob. Let's just attack with the flyers. And then potentially into the royal. Because that's 5-7 damage. So if he can only block. Oh, I win! I win! Alright, this was a great game. This shows just in one stream, 2 streams, with your guys' guidance, I have improved in combat. I think. Even though, let's forget about the whole not making a fairy conundrum. I definitely made a mistake there, but that was more of for getting the card on the field, not so much battle. And I think, let's kick it. You know, I like kicking it. Kicking it with the homies. Rita, what the hell just happened? What the hell just happened? How did that happen? Okay, I learned something else with the... Why is combat so hard? Why is combat so gosh dang hard? Well, submit. Once he commits to a combat, it doesn't go through? What kind of malarkey is that? I thought I was so good at the game, and you guys were all probably snickering to yourselves and being like, this guy's an idiot. He's about to learn today. Well, I learned today, and I didn't like the goddamn lesson. Zen. Serenity Now. I don't know where that's from. Serenity Now. Serenity. I don't know where that's from. I'm gutted, to be honest with you. I'm just absolutely gutted. But if I flip this face up, I think it will be 5 toughness. It is. It is 5 toughness. So there's, you know, I noticed that. And I'm going to 14. And he can block some fairies. I mean, this threatens game, so he's going to have to block a fairy probably. Or I'm going to attack with both. I think attacking with both is the better option there. And then that's it. That's all she wrote. I think that was the correct choice in blockages. He's blocking the big one. Okay, I thought he was going to block a fairy, but his thing died. He's tapped out, so I don't have to be worried about that dying. I could flip this face up, but there's really no point. I can wait till next turn, so I can just draw with Oblivion's Bookworm. I don't like the fact that he keeps gaining life. And... Ooh, wait. Play that, because why would you not do that? That could have been a mistake. Take action, draw a card, free card. That gets bigger, and I get to draw a fairy. We win these. We win these. Into the... Lee saw it from a mile of freaking way. Sealed is 6 packs, and you make a deck from the cards you open. It's like draft, but a bit different. Phantom means you don't keep the cards, but the event is free. Oh, if it's a free event, maybe I should give it a shot. However, I have bad news, DJ. This was actually going to be my last game of the evening. I've been streaming for a couple hours already. If it's hexproof, into the roll first. See, he already blocked. They assign blockers before you returned it. This is like a trick you can use to save your creatures. Block with creatures, then bounce it. He has to block the bigger creatures. Okay, that actually makes a lot of sense because that big creature, do I have it in my graveyard? The big creature that taps for cards, it also taps. No, you pay mana and it bounces to your hand. So you can block with it and then bounce to your hand, recast it. Now that makes more sense. Now that makes more sense. I literally was looking at that card and I was like, why would you ever play it? But now it makes sense. You always come late. Hey, brother. I appreciate you coming at all. I appreciate you coming at all. And to be fair, when I first started streaming for the long, like the first 3 weeks of streaming, consistently was streaming 11 p.m. my time, midnight, 1 a.m. even sometimes I started streaming. So it's kind of my fault. You know what I'm saying? All right. He doesn't have any reachers. I literally just attack with everything. He has no reachers. I just attack with all my little fairies and this card. And then next, now since it's been declared, now I can do it and it will still attack. Buff this up further. Get rid of... This is the card I was talking about. That line of text. Pay 2 and 2 blue. Return Arcana. Made no sense to me. I was like, why would I ever do that? But now it makes perfect sense. However, I still hate this card. Screw that card. Lots of value. More fairies. I'll hit him with a good game. Even though it kind of seems a little rude. But I legit mean good game in that case. Because he allowed me to attack out. And not many people do that. Not many people do that. No, he has 6 life. And if he blocks the fairies, you would have 1 if you attack with the wizard also. Oh, I see. I messed up last turn, Lee is saying. Victory! My sweet friend I haven't seen in a couple games now. All right, guys. I think that is all she wrote for today's stream. What time is it? I don't have my phone on me. It's 11 p.m. DJ, I'm sorry I'm bidding a quick adieu to you. However, I'll be back tomorrow. Unless of course I fail. There's still a possibility that I don't stream tomorrow. And if that is the case, then I probably will never stream again. But we're going almost a month strong. And I haven't failed yet. I plan on streaming every day, DJ. So if you ever want to hang out with me, Josh, Erie, Lee, and many more, come tomorrow, maybe. Also, too, if you want to hang out with us off stream, got Discord, bunch of great people. Will you stream for TMNT? When does that come out? For sure. I'm for sure going to. I'm sure TMNT is going to come into Magic the Gathering Arena, and I will definitely play against it. I probably won't go out of my way to craft the cards, but I'll play against it because I'm not a big fan of TMNT, to be honest with you. It's 8 a.m. here. Every time you remind me of that fact, Erie, I appreciate you more and more every day because 8 a.m. is an ungodly hour. However, sometimes I do be streaming at ungodly hours. I've gone to 3 a.m. before. You know what I'm saying? I have to finish work. It's 2 a.m. here. DJ, I appreciate the hell out of you too. You're choosing me over sleep? Unbelievable. I just appreciate the hell out of everyone that hangs out with me. It feels like I instantly got a whole bunch of friends, and it's amazing. Sorry, just after 2? No worries there. I appreciate you guys. But anyways, I'm just nonsensically babbling. However, once again, I'm going to be here tomorrow. So if you want to hang out with me again, please do so. If not, have a great night and a great day tomorrow. And I think Erie called me out on this yesterday, but it's kind of a thing now, so I'm going to do it again. Sleep tight to everyone out there, too. Have a great night, great day tomorrow. I'm going to end the stream right now.